According to the host, who gave an interview with the president this week following his performance at the debate, Joe Biden's team provided a list of questions to the host. "I was notified of the questions and asked to approve them." In an interview with CNN's Victor Blackwell on, First of All, on Saturday, host of The Source, in Philadelphia Andrea Lawful-Sanders stated, "I approved them. I got several questions, 8 of them. And the 4 that were chosen were the ones that I approved." Lawful-Sanders confirmed when Blackwell asked if the White House had sent her the questions for approval. Later, CNN said that the interview was handled by the Biden campaign, not the White House. Blackwell made the observation that, essentially the same questions, were asked by both Lawful-Sanders and Earl Ingram, the host of The Earl Ingram Show, in Milwaukee, who interviewed Biden this week as well. On Saturday, a spokesperson for the Biden campaign stated, "We do not condition interviews on acceptance of these questions," but did not deny that the campaign provided questions. "It is not at all unusual for interviewees to discuss topics they prefer." According to spokesperson Lauren Hitt, the president was asked about his debate performance as well as what he had delivered for Black Americans. These questions were relevant to the news of the day. Later on Saturday, the Biden campaign made the announcement that it would no longer offer interviewers questions. A person who is familiar with the Biden booking operation told CNN, "While interview hosts have always been free to ask whatever questions they please, moving forward we will refrain from offering suggested questions." As a growing number of elected officials, Democratic donors, and supporters express concerns regarding Biden's age and capacity to serve a second term, the radio interviews took place at a crucial time for his political future. On Friday, Biden also answered questions from pool reporters and participated in a 22-minute interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos about his age and suitability for office. During the NATO summit in Washington next week, he will answer questions from reporters once more. During his conversation with legal Sanders, Biden, who has been the subject of a lot of scrutiny this week, made a few mistakes. During the interview, which was recorded on Wednesday and aired on Thursday, he stated, "I'm proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman, to serve with a black president, as well as proud to have been involved with the first black woman on the Supreme Court." When contacted on Thursday night, a spokesperson for the Biden campaign called criticism of the president's actions absurd. Amar Moussa, a spokesperson, stated, "It was clear what President Biden meant when he talked about his historic record, including a record number of appointments to the federal bench." Lawful-Sanders' remarks came after a social media account for the Biden campaign posted a video on Monday in which a local news anchor in Virginia claimed that Donald Trump's campaign withdrew from an interview after asking for questions beforehand. The interview was supposed to take place the day after the debate around the former president's rally in Chesapeake, Virginia. "We desired additional information from Trump tonight," Dan Kennedy, an anchor for WVEC, stated. "Our Mike Gooding was scheduled to interview the former president after the rally. However, just about 15 minutes ago, the Trump team called off their interview with Mike Gooding. They had asked us what our questions would be for the former president. And Mike had been informed that there was no more time and that the former president only wanted to talk about the debate from the previous night." The Biden campaign mocked Trump for pulling out of the interview in a social media post that shared the video, writing, "A paranoid and overwhelmed Trump cancels his TV interview after asking the reporter what questions they planned on asking." On Saturday, when CNN asked the former president's campaign if he had backed out of the interview, they denied the claim and instead criticized Biden for allegedly giving interviewers questions in advance. Stephen Chern, a spokesperson for the campaign, stated, President Trump held a rally in Virginia and then participated in local interviews that spanned numerous topics, not just related to the debate. In the meantime, Joe Biden and his campaign use intimidation to get the media to ask questions that have been pre-screened and approved. They try to make it look like normal behavior. It isn't. More information has been added to this story.